What's popular, YouTube? Another day, another demo. Today we tell the story of EG and how one man could take down a team who, since June 20th, 2020, at Blast Premiere, I cast this match with me and Connor. Okay? No, June 19th, they lost 2-1 to MIBR of all teams. And then since June 20th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then boom, on their 15th game in a row that they would have won, Furia was able to stop them. More specifically, okay, this man right here on your screen, HEN1, all right? Listen, it's a team game, all that nonsense, but Henny, he played lights out this match and was a huge reason they were able to beat EG. Not only did they beat EG, though, let's take a look at their head-to-head, okay? We're going to go right to the match page, scroll down a bit. Furia versus Evil Geniuses. They don't win. This is the first time that Furia as an organization has ever beat EG in a best of 3. They beat them once here in a best of 1 when they were NRG in 2019. That's how monumental this is for Furia to have done this. Now we look at the match itself, okay? Henny, first of all, look at Henny's individual stats here recently. Been playing lights out, okay? Basically a sea of green here. Fantastic performances all around. Listen, we always tell the story of the team that couldn't slot in a fifth. Chrome into phase, NIP trying to find a new fifth every single week. We talk about MIBR not being able to find a fifth ever, okay? And Furia, on the way up, they replace Able J. They get Henny in, and he slots in perfectly, but no one's talking about it. This is one of the most successful roster moves in the history of the game, and it's with a player who was a giant question mark at the time. This is the player we all remember, hits the craziest flicks ever, but would miss the absolute sitters, would have so much trouble with just the simple stuff, the easy shots as an opper. There were stories of how Zach, when he played with him on Immortals, would have to stand behind him because Henny's comms were so bad, and calm for him to the team because he wasn't sure if he would call things on his screen. He's working on this team at such a high level now, being such an all-around opper, way more calm, way more composed, on a team that would enable him to be as crazy as he was before. So an incredible come up here for Henny, for Furia, and it's great to see him be such a pivotal part of their recent games. Now we look at the performance, just a very good average for him. Honestly, very, very consistent, and just this huge comeuppance in the last couple of months. I think a 12-point jump here from April into March, June-ish, where they won like back-to-back tournaments, just a spree of great results. Definitely them and EG best teams in North America right now. We look at this actual match here. Henny in the 2 maps got 53 kills. He was the only one with like a reasonably good ADR on the team. Like, honestly, this isn't very balanced here. Cirque had a bad series. But Breeze has got acceptable ADR. Tarek is close. But Queserado at 72, 77 here is pretty good. These are not very great score lines in terms of ADR for a couple of maps. This is close to outstanding, but it's surprising. Nobody is really hard carrying here except Henny, really, at least in terms of frags. Now we look at every single half in both maps. Henny had at least 10 kills. So we go 14, 15, and this is the map we're going to look at today. And then on Inferno, 13 and 15. Crazy two-way player in this series. And again, first time they beat EG in a best of 3. So how'd they do it? Well, actually on Nuke, Evil Geniuses had a 6-round lead, 6-1 on the first map. And then Furia came back and won 9 rounds almost in a row. And then 16-8, it was the final score. So we're going to go ahead. I actually looked at the first half. Watched the demo of the second half, and I was going to do the T side. But after skipping through the demo, I was kind of curious, looking at the rounds progress, how Furia overcame this initial lead. And guys, something super special today, okay? I want you guys to go on Twitter and thank Mr. Dominic Tugend. I hope I'm pronounced that correctly. At the request, Nathan, Nathan, who was the one who put in the request, okay? This is the man who's the lead programmer of Half-Life Advanced Effects, which is a program that I think they actually use this to catch the coach bug, and editors use this, and it's a very useful demo tool. And we're using this to watch the demo, okay? It's going to be finally like a fake POV demo. It's what we've been waiting for. It's got the radar that doesn't have the other team on it. It's got the red kill feed. It's going to feel exactly like a POV demo, and I'm so excited to finally use this. This is what we're going to use from now on. And I haven't even really used it yet. Just a little bit of testing. So I'm stoked. Like, I think this is going to be huge for the channel, and it's going to be so sick to watch demos like this. So here's the man. We're getting to the demo right now. 400 DPI, 3.8 sensitivity, man. Such a high sensitivity. And get this, he's on a zoom sensitivity of 1.1, which means he's opping at what would be a 4.18 sensitivity for opping. He said 3.8, that's not enough when I'm opping. Instead of dropping it down, he put it up. And he's doing this all on black bars. We're going to be watching on black bars. And I've set it up a little bit differently here so that the black bars actually work out quite well with the video. Boom. We check it out. Okay. I'm putting my cam in the video because when I put it in the black bars itself, it never looked right. And we're off into the match. And I think I don't have to bring up the demo viewer anymore as well, because I've got a super fast forward key. Shout out to Nathan one more time for setting that up for me. And so you can see the radar, it's only got his team's information. We've got his crosshair. This is sick, man. This is sick. So I have to see. I mean, I'm tempted to just like look over at the radar and see what's going on, but I mean, I only know as much as Henny knows. Okay, cross smokes. Multiple guns used. We see that red kill feed. A little bit of an assist here for Henny on the cross. Caserado goes down swinging. And now they have to be worried about lower. They got Vinny rotating down. Henny's here to catch, first of all, this vent. So Henny's here to catch this squeaky player in case it's somebody camping out vents, which there always may be one. And then let Vinny sit downstairs while the rotates come down. And then, let's see here. And then if nobody comes via squeaky, they can go down to the vent. But his position's actually really good because let's say they faked the lower hit to pull people off the rafters and then hit upstairs. Well, Henny can still fight squeaky and fight HUD as well. So a really good fallback position by him in that situation. He still loses the duel, but of course you can't be outcome oriented. The position he played was really smart. Timing shot. Bow. Bow. He's actually waiting for a sound cue. Doesn't want to give up the fact that he has a scout when he doesn't have to. Of course, I mean, if they don't know you have the scout, they might walk into it. There's nothing on the cross, but the thing is, they still have to be worried that EG could have gone lower if they walked outside. But it doesn't seem like they think that is the case for sure. We've got one rotate downstairs and the late ramp hit is called, and they've got a scout that's already gone down. Or sorry, a pistol. Interesting to see Henny's immediate rotates actually through secret, it looks like. And his teammates, I think they're just posting now for retakes, not even going to go for it. I'm going to go skip ahead. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. This is the way demos are meant to be watched. Recycling the scout. We see how tricky that is from EG. Of all things, that strange timing on the late ramp hit. You'd think it was going to be. They could have crossed outside. It wasn't clear. Just making Furia guess as much as possible. That's a good tag out to the top of silo. So they're going to reassess. There's no smokes this time, but they're still, they look like they're anticipating that late ramp hit. Now Henry's actually, Henry's actually assuming that they could come back and hit upper. It's a total guessing game here for Furia. So difficult to tell for what EG is going to try to do. And it looks like they picked that off timing into ramp one more time. I think Henny in this situation is probably going to want to, he's not going to want to retake lower, and you can hear the control windows being broken. So they're going to see if they can catch a straggler, but I don't think they're going to try to waste these guns. I mean, they're going to end up buying next round. But money is always tight unless you're winning by 5 rounds. So it doesn't make sense to just throw them away. Give up a kill reward and also not have this gun for the next round. We'll see. Oh, wow. He actually gets a couple of scout kills. Okay. Just kind of missed that. Sorry. No big deal. Little exit kills. And I think he gets killed, so he goes ahead and grabs an op this time around. Let's see how he plays it. My mistake. The pre-aim. Again, trying to pick the timing. That someone's holding him. And then pick the timing where they look away. The moment they look away, I'm peeking. Extreme patience here to see if EG make a mistake. Not looking to get timing himself. Oh, and Cirque shoots too early. It's a pretty simple flick from Henny, but a really important one nonetheless. They actually pull around off that. Man, I love this because like this is when my brain actually has like is forced to start working and think about what EG are going to try to do next. I think when it comes to conditioning, one thing that's really important here for Henny is like making sure that he doesn't get caught off by the obvious stuff first, right? Because that's when you get tilted. So just being very patient, holding on to the angles where he knows he should find the fights. And oh, that's a miss. That was a round-winning shot right there that Henny dropped. Even though he held his crosshair pretty wide for that. One more time looking for it. And again, there it is, the conditioning. So now, Henny hits that shot. You better believe Ethan's not going to dry swing silo anymore. Cirque having a bit of an off game, we can already see. The bomb was also with Ethan, top silo, which is a mistake by EG. So EG just going to peel back, reassess. Man, this is like watching a movie. Like, I actually don't know what happens. Apart from that, EG win these next 2 rounds. I don't think EG have used their outside smokes yet. There they go. So 50 seconds up, and the time that you can take to go outside, you know, it's cut down quite a bit. And they don't have that first smoke as well, so Henny's got a big bit of information. I think they would be doubling up upstairs now if you're Furia, and you know, obviously ramp is the other thing that's key. Just they could drop, but yeah, it looks like. What even happened? Did they get downstairs? Oh, I think they did a. I think they must have dropped vent in that situation. But either way, there's nothing that you can do at this point if you're Henny. You did your job. He actually, because they only used 2 smokes on the far cross outside, Henny spotted in between red and their spawn. So he knows that they didn't get past it. But so at that point, I mean, Henny does a fantastic job. It's really just about his teammates to get the kills. Attack timeout called. I saw Cirque go up top. HEN1, see how this time he completely skips even clearing silo? There is no sense in EG running into that one more time. But he did it every round until it happened. It's just a good way to play. Oh, this time around ramp is completely open. This is interesting. He's not fighting into it because there might be somebody in turnpike. Oh, and Art drops out. That is unfortunate. That's actually an instant save call. It's been ramp that's gotten exploited several times. And we don't know so much about what's going on there for them. Okay, what's the move? He's actually taking the oppo into heaven. This nade goes into Squeaky so that, or sorry, into the vent cross and make sure that they can't drop without taking a ton of damage. And he finds the time to push, and that's easy. Drops a hammer on him. Cirque is looking slow in front of HEN1 right now. This has been key. I mean, I want to say that HEN1's just out op Cirque, but now we look at the stats and we see like some of these positions. We know like Cirque should have hit some of these shots. He actually outread HEN1 and still got out opt. But hey, mechanics are important, especially if you're an opera. Oh god, I love this. I love this so much. Okay. He's spotting for that jump again. And see, he's just like basically ignoring silo. He's just not even worried about it. And then after a certain amount of time, he'll probably think about watching silo again just to punish it one more time if it comes. Here he's just trying to see if there's going to be a mini drop. He's behind smokes. There's nothing else he can watch to be effective. He's already got a teammate in Art who's playing around the smokes with an op. And I would be worried about ramp, yeah. I mean, at this point, we've seen EG abuse what works so many times. And, I mean, they could test upstairs if they want, but it's really been outside and late hits on ramp that have been the most concerning, I think. And HEN1's actually, so there are players downstairs. HEN1's just trying to catch the late peak. And I don't even know how they dropped, I'll be honest. Isn't it crazy how teams move around the map? And we're looking at one perspective with all the information of all the players, and we didn't see a single CT. We didn't see a single T. That's some good calling right there. Or I guess they just, sorry, they must have just crossed outside there. I forgot the smokes actually did go down. So the tough part is there, we didn't know what Art sees. And whoa, that's a quick shot from HEN1. Another one, that's the 1v1 done. Breeze gets out in that spot, round's over. There's no way HEN1 wins. Critical shot to make. You can see how HEN1 doesn't really pre-aim right for the ramp. Wow. He kind of like drags it out a little bit in case they have already run farther than he expected, just in case. Sometimes you pre-aim too hard, then you end up having to flick like crazy. So he's pre-aiming based on his timing. Like, oh, I wasn't in position that soon. Oh, I'm not expecting ramp to come in a few seconds. I already think they might be out. And see, back to this spot. So, EG, they put it out of their minds, you know, not jump at silo after getting off like that. But hey, you know, a few rounds later, Furia are winning a few rounds in a row. Let's try again. And HEN1, he's been falling back every time to this position. Credit was the other one. That was a good Good pathing. Good pathing by Ethan to go for the credit card attack. The credit card swipe. But HEN1 was aware that they were going to try to flank him. You can see there he shook a bit. In what might be another eco. I think they're looking good. 3 rounds left in the half, and now it's where it gets very interesting for EG. Again, we've got like it's all about conditioning here, throwing the same grenades, making sure to punish this one thing. I think it's a great round across outside for EG. It worked flawlessly before, even with Art playing close up. So I also like HEN1 spamming a lot here, and they're using it to try to fake to upstairs. That's I mean, I like the play from EG because they could have crossed downstairs. I mean, that would also probably worked. I think that was a play that they got away with, but the fake to upstairs, certainly Furia are going to be really worried about losing lower again. Heavy upper at the start anyway. So yeah, EG, I guess just saying they were hoping it would be a bit lighter upstairs. Okay. I think both strats would have been good. I mean, I'm kind of surprised Furia had that many people upstairs as well. But from what we've seen, they've just refused to double up on ramp and played 2 upstairs with Art close mini. And Art rotates like a madman, so it's going to feel like the whole team's there. It looks like just kind of a useless eco here. Moving to the last round. What's the strat, EG? Yeah. Let me see. HEN1 looking at this time one more time. It's been enough time. He took a break. He's gone 3 rounds in a row, and there's ton top silo now. But the spam is out, so you think, okay, well, that's just going to alarm HEN1. They're not going to peek me. And he's going to try to lock down the cross. Just make sure nothing comes for free here. Not even hiding from that. Importantly, he just takes that small wait before peeking. Comes up, grabs Ethan. As they're throwing grenades, Ethan, we saw him on top silo a couple of times. He's just trying to find that small window of timing where he can get in between a scope and a shot. Saw that HEN1 was fighting big garage. Thought, okay, I can drop mini and catch the mini player without HEN1 being able to calm it. And now it's just down to 1. Guys, how fucking awesome was that? How fucking awesome was that? I don't know if I'm more excited than everyone else, but I thought that was super sick. I am so looking forward to doing more videos like this, where I can actually like guess. This is like what I love to do. Actually like guess about the strats that are coming up and talk about their decisions with incomplete information myself. Dude, I wish we could have done all the demos like this. This is so good. Again, you go on Twitter and at him and say thank you on my behalf, on our behalf, okay? Because we're going to be doing this, we're going to be using this every time now. Appreciate the comments as always. 1:30 now, live on Twitch in 30 minutes here. I'll be playing 10 mans in the FACEA hub. And yeah, that's about it. If you want, I recommend everyone get Twitter and hit me up on Twitter. That's like, it's so much easier to contact me on Twitter, like talk on Twitter about anything. I'm always on. So do that if you want. And yeah, man, good times. That's sick. Can't wait to do another demo tomorrow. Okay, well, I'll see you guys then. Peace.